Okay, we're looking at our setup for our fractional distillation. Alright, what I have on here right now is my round bottom flask. This is where we're going to put our sample to be distilled at. And I got it set up so I can just raise my mantle right up there to it. Alright, so I got that set up. First thing I need to add is my fractionated column. And I'm going to go ahead and secure that. At this point, now that it's secure and mounted, we want to get it ready to go. So it might need to get some beads in there or some other material in there so it's actually a fractionated column. So I'm going to pull this out of here and swing this out of the way. This way, when I add my beads to it, if any fall through, we'll have something else here to collect into rather than my sample flask. Typical good use of something for a packing material is something like this. These are just little glass beads. But problem with our glass beads that we have is we look down in the top of our fractionated column, or the bottom, to see the size of our little nubs that we have to hold the stuff in. Which you might be able to see if I line it up right. Yeah, see? They are far enough apart that if I were to just put the marbles down in there, the little glass beads in there directly, they fall right through. So to make it fit, we have some tin foil in the lab. You'll make a little tin foil ball and just drop down in there. And there you go. Once your column's ready, you got your beads in there. Then we're ready to put this thing all together. I got my flask in there. Make sure this is still going to line up right. So, I have my round bottom flask. I got my fractionating column with it's now packed with some beads. And on top of that, I'm going to put my three-way adapter. Alright, go ahead and grease it up at this point if it needs some. And then we have our condensing tube. Go ahead and grease that up as well. And secure it into place. We want it to be somewhat loose on this. Maybe not so much on this grip, but on this adapter back here, I want it somewhat loose so I can move this around some. Because the next thing I'm going to do is have my receiving flask. Mount it on here. Put the vacuum adapter. I want to be able to line this all up, so I want it somewhat loose so things can move around. And again, while you're doing all this, make sure you got good seals. If you need to put some more grease on, put some more grease on. You got it all nice here. Sitting pretty good. I can go around now and check, make sure I got the frosted layers are not visible too much, because I want to make sure I have plenty of grease. Now before I do anything over here, I'm going to go ahead and hook up my water in the bottom, out the top, just like before, and test the water, make sure it's not going to leak all over the place. Now in this particular setup, because we're so high now, you want to make sure you keep an eye on these throughout the distillation run, because if a hose were to come off, being that high, it's going to go quite a bit of ways. It's going to go all over the place. Alright, now we're ready to put something in here, so you can drop this back down, put something in your distillation flask, put your thermometer up onto the three-way adapter, just like on a simple distillation. Raise up your flask.